and welcome to Physics Not Included, the show that fills in the technobabble for you. Our question today comes from Pepe Hare, who wants to know, do a barrel roll? I'm sorry, Mr. Hare, but do a barrel roll is not a valid question for this show. We're going to have to take somebody else's question. Okay, here's one. This one comes to us from Voodoo, who wants to know, why does an Arwing in Nintendo Star Fox behave as a plane in a vacuum? That's a good question. So today, let's talk about Star Fox, the Arwing, and the Arwing's mysterious G-Diffuser system. In 1993, Nintendo gave us Star Fox, a space shooter following the adventures of Fox McCloud and his... Oh, for the love of... Can we please get the right clip in here? Come on, this is 2 weeks in a row. Who is running things up there?
Do a barrel roll.
Do a what?
Do a barrel roll.
Hello, security? Yeah, I seem to have a crazed lunatic in the editing booth. Yeah, keeps insisting I do a barrel roll. Yeah, thanks. Take care of that. Now, as I was saying, Star Fox follows Fox McCloud and his squadron of pilots as they fight the forces of the evil Andross throughout the Lylat system. The series has had 4 sequels to date, although the second game in the series was actually a remake of the first, and some of the characters and equipment have shown up in other games, such as Smash Bros. The team's claim to fame are the Arwings. The Arwings are combat fighters able to function in an atmosphere and in the void of space with little to no difference in their performance. Equipped with fusion drives, laser cannons, and the gravity-defying G-Diffuser system, each of these little babies is ready to unleash fury on any foe caught in their sights. Now we come to the problem. Flying in space is completely different from flying in the atmosphere of a planet. An aircraft here on Earth needs air to provide lift. Also, the plane uses air resistance to change direction by moving flaps on the wings and the tail. Shut off your engines and your plane will start to slow down because of air resistance. As it slows down, there is less air going underneath the wing and thereby creating less lift. As you slow down enough and there's no longer enough lift to hold the plane in the air, gravity takes over and, well, you plummet like a rock. In space, we have a completely different set of conditions. First, there is no air, and thus no air resistance. If you are moving in one direction in space, you'll continue moving in the same velocity without change forever unless you apply force in another direction. Say, like you use a guidance thruster, or something else outside it till you applies a force to your ship, like a tractor beam, or you come across a planet's gravitational field, or you just slam into another solid surface. Second is that without air, your tail and wings are now just pretty decorations and serve no purpose. Any change in direction will require your ship to generate its own force, and then it will have to generate a force in another direction in order to stop your ship from continuing to change direction. Say you want to turn left to maneuver around a piece of debris. You would fire a thruster to turn the front of the ship, and then you would be required to fire a second thruster in the opposite direction, otherwise your ship will continue to turn forever in a circle. This becomes even trickier in that the thrusts must match each other to counteract one another. If you don't, your ship will not stop turning, or it will start turning back in the other direction. How do the Arwings circumvent this problem? The key lies in the G-Diffuser system itself. While flying on a planet, the G-Diffuser system helps to counteract the world's natural gravity. It is, in its purest essence, an anti-gravity generator. This would allow the Arwings to slow down, stop, and even hover in midair. The system would also allow the ship to exit the planet's atmosphere easily by reducing the energy required to reach escape velocity. In space, however, the system works in reverse. By generating a gravitational field, the G-Diffuser uses gravity itself as a substitute for air resistance. Let's picture it this way. Here is an Arwing in the center of its artificial gravity bubble. It is currently moving in a straight line. The gravitational bubble is pulling the ship equally in all directions at once, so there is no imbalance and no change in direction. The pilot decides he wants to head up. He pulls back on the controls and the computer responds by reducing the gravity in the red directions and increasing the gravity in the blue directions. This imbalance in gravity pulls the nose of the ship up. When he lets go of the control stick, the computer reverses the prior changes in gravity and levels the ship off, halting the change in direction. The ship is now traveling along its new path and will continue to do so until given a new order. It's a really complicated system, especially when you start getting into dogfight situations when you're having to dodge and lock onto targets and...
Do a barrel roll!
Yeah, you know what? I think this is about the time when we're going to stop for this week. I'm going to get out of here before that barrel-rolling psychopath drives me even more crazy than I already am. This has been Physics Not Included. Keep those questions rolling in.
Do a barrel roll!
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Do a barrel roll!